Good afternoon, everyone. This is Corey Strothman from Grace in Your Corner. And I know I put out a little bit of content from Vanessa Calcara earlier today, which is a great piece. I hope everyone has the time to read. Amazing that Vanessa is a stay-at-home mother and still contributes to an online deal site that has over 118,000 followers. That, is a little bit more than the 900 that we have, but hey, someday we'll get there, right? Um, but I want to talk to you today just straight from the heart. And some of you will know of the family that I'm talking about, and some of you might not. But that's okay because it needs to be said, and it's on my mind. I want to talk to you about a dear friend, first cousin, Curtis Sudbeck. I think I might be one of the few people that calls him Curtis, but Curt Sudbeck, most of you know him by, and his wife, Mindy Sudbeck, and their family of three beautiful children. So Curt is a lifelong friend, as I mentioned, cousin, and someone that has really been, you could say, a hero in my life. And Curt today just started his chemotherapy for testicular cancer, which he was diagnosed with a little over a month ago. And this site is a lot about grace and a lot about God being in our corner. And I just want to talk about God and his support for the Sudbeck family. Um, you know, Going through depression, a DUI, that doesn't hold any light compared to what my dear friend Curt is going through at this time. And I talked to him last night at the picnic, and you can't possibly be in better spirits than he and his family are right now. And they're on my mind nonstop, and that's why I'm with you today. So this won't be edited. This won't be the most fluid piece that I've done, but it's just speaking what's on my mind, and it'll make me feel better to get it off my chest. So a little background is Curt and I were both raised up in Nemaha County, Bern, Kansas, and Curt was a senior when I was a freshman. And when I was a freshman, boy, was I a young pup. And Curt really took me, under his wing, and he showed me the ropes of what it meant to be a man, what it meant to be an athlete, what it meant to be a role model, and that has not quit to this point in time. I still look up to Curt. We don't talk as much as I would like to, but when we do, it goes straight to my heart because the guy is someone that will always, always, always put others first. Will do whatever it takes to make everyone's life more enjoyable. And really that goes for his wife, Mindy, and their extended family as well. So let's give us some background on that. As I was saying, as a freshman trying to compete in athletics, Curt Sudbeck was an all-state player, went on to be a strong receiver at Benedictine, where, they have had, years upon years of tradition of great football teams. And my freshman year, I broke my collarbone in a game, and I'll never forget, Curt was there by my side. The next day, Curt was checking in on me. I was wearing a Mighty Ducks. My undershirt was a Mighty Ducks t-shirt. And one of the thoughts that Curt had was he wanted to take that shirt that I wore under my pads for football games and wear that for the rest of the season just as a tribute to me. The doctors cut it off very, very quickly, so that couldn't come. But that's just, he's thinking about me. Basketball, we had the same opportunity. We really struggled. And Curt has high expectations. He's competitive just like I am. But he wasn't there to cast stones. He was there to make sure that I was doing okay, to lift my spirits, and to be a guide there. And that is, that's something that I'll never forget. Being a young kid at that age and having someone that look up to when times are tough. We enjoyed so many things. Our families, we go on international travel about once every 3 years. I think we're about due for another one, Curt. So as soon as you're done, buddy, we're going to get to the calendars and get that booked. But In Jamaica and in Mexico. We had late night times at a pool in Mexico, some nights that will never be forgotten, a midnight dip in the ocean, just enjoying each other's company. And I look forward to so many more times of that. We've had so many great times, Curt. I have to tell one story. That I think we're far enough removed from now that it'll be okay. But so my friend and neighbor Brent Hecht was in the Shrine Bowl, and Curt was also in the Shrine Bowl his senior year. So we decided to go down and make a trip of it, and we stayed at a hotel together, having a great time and doing things that you should never do. I remember that I wanted to impress Curt. I wanted to show him that I could have a lot of fun. So one thing that I did was I went down to the front desk, and I had noticed that there was no one there, and they had a door open, and I saw a bunch of T-shirts that the maids and the staff wore. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I went in and I grabbed a T-shirt. I had the hotel name on it, a staff person's name. I went back up to our room, and Curt still wasn't there. So just anxious and excited to show Curt this and hopefully just get a laugh. That's all I wanted. If I get Curt to laugh, that was great. So it was about 10 more minutes, and someone knocked at the door. I think Curt was coming back from a couple rooms down where some other friends were staying. And I go and I puff out my chest to make sure that he saw it, and I open the door, and Curt is standing there in the exact same T-shirt. He had also went down to the front desk, noticed the shirts there, and put one on. So Curt and I are both standing there in the hotel's staff shirts. I can't believe, we just laughed for at least 5 minutes straight. One of the most comical times I've ever been a part of. Curt, I hope you remember that story as well. It's one that I'll never forget. But onto a more serious note, the journey of chemotherapy. And for those that don't know, my younger brother Tanner was diagnosed with testicular cancer about 2.5, 3 years ago, and he's been through this journey. And anytime you attach that word cancer to life, it's scary. No matter what, testicular cancer is one of the most curable cancers out there in men. This year, in just the United States alone, 10,000 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer. But no matter what the odds are, it's not an easy journey, and it's a scary journey. It's a scary journey for the person involved in it. I couldn't put myself in his shoes, for the family, for the friends, and I fall right in that category of family and friends. But I know that God is overlooking you guys, and God is going to be there to provide you the strength and the courage, and to be vulnerable when you're not feeling well, and to let people know. But so many people, whether they've reached out to you or not, so many people are in your corner, Curt, Mindy, Sudbeck family. It's unbelievable, and that's the impact that you guys have, not only in St. Benedict and Nemaha County, but from everyone that you've touched in your lives. And I know that you'll feel that support as you go through this. And today's day one, but I can promise you, buddy, I'm thinking of you day one, and I'm hoping that I'm celebrating when you're there in that last day of treatment as well, because it's going to be a joyous thing, and it's going to be something that you can look back on, and you can say, I overcame that. And just as my brother has done, if you went and talked to my brother, you'd have no idea at this point. They've moved on with life, but your journey's a different journey. It's a special journey, and it'll be different ups and downs. But know that every single person in your phone book and every single person that you walk by, that you wave by in a car, they will all do anything at the drop of a hat to help you and your family, because it's not one person that goes through something like this, Curtis. It is all of us together. When I talk about you're not alone, you're living it. You are living it right now. I am so passionate about hoping that you understand that. And for the family, Mindy, I can't even, words won't even say enough, the thoughts and the feelings that I know are probably going through your head as you brought Curt down there today. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace in Your Corner family, this is what we're for. This is what the mission is all about. When I put this shirt on, when I get behind the computer, it's for times like these. And I know there's fear. I know that there's heartache. I know that there's questions of why me. Trust me, I have the same questions for you guys and for God. Why the Sudbeck family? Why someone that means so much to me, to my family, to our extended family, to your kids? But God is there. God was there before you were diagnosed with cancer. God is there while you're going through this, and God is going to be there to celebrate when you're through this. And He's going to be there 10 years from now when we look back and we embrace the hugs and the laughs of what Curt Sudbeck looks like without the freshly gelled hair and part to the side, what Curt Sudbeck looked like as a bald person. I have no idea, no doubt, Curt, you're going to rock it. And I think it was your dad that said once that God only created so many perfect heads and He put hair on the rest of them. So we're going to find out, my friend, if God had hair on your head for a reason or if that perfect bald head is coming out. But I joke at this because it's an uncomfortable situation for all of us. But the love and support that we have for you is never going to fade, is never going to falter. And I want you and anyone out there that's struggling with something to find the faith and find the courage to say, if someone wants to reach out, because right now everyone wants to do whatever they can. If you're going through something like that, you can tell people that you don't need anything, and we will respect that because it can become too much. I understand that, people, it makes them feel better. It makes me feel better right now doing this for you because I don't know how else to help. People don't know what else to say. But if you don't need anything and what you need is to be alone, please, all of you out there, just say that. You know what? I love your support, but all I need from you right now is the grace of peace, the grace to be alone, to think that life sucks right now. And that's okay, because it does suck right now. It sucks having to do this, to say this to you, but it will be okay. And God's plan will overcome the hurdle in the road, and there's so much more to give. But whatever you need, know that is what we will be there to provide you with, whether it's meals, whether it's someone sitting with you during a treatment, whether it's us hiding behind the bushes and being silent supporters. We're going to do anything and everything. Mindy, the same thing goes for you. If people ask you, if that question gets old about how are you doing, you can just tell them I'm doing great and I'd rather not talk about it right now. And that's what people will do, because that's what we want to do. We want to love you and support you the way that we can do it the best. And only you two know that. Only your family knows that. But this is life. This is reality. It's the ups and the downs and the moments like this that will test people to see what they are truly made of and where their love and support is in their faith in God. And I challenge all of you out there, not just the Sudbeck family, not just the supporters, to find God in the tough times just as much as you find Him in the good times, because He deserves all of the credit for when things are well, and He definitely deserves the credit when He's giving us the biggest challenges we've faced to this point, which might be cancer, might be depression, it might just be anxiety or something else that is not as big as a stage, but He is going to be there for you. And today I ask that people put their prayers and their love and their support to Curt and Mindy Sudbeck's family. If you don't know them, that doesn't matter to me. Take a minute. Curt and Mindy Sudbeck. Put them in your thoughts and put them in your prayers. They're loving kids. They're parents, their dearest friends. Whatever you can do. Send them a message. Send them something on Facebook. Send them a text. Respect what they want, but know that we are with them no matter what. I believe there's shirts that are going to come out, Sudbeck Strong. You better believe Grace in Your Corner shirt's going to the side for a while, and Sudbeck Strong is going to be out and about, and I'm going to let people know of my dearest friend, my loving cousin, and someone that has got me through even my most difficult times. When Curt was diagnosed, I went to his house and sat on the couch for about an hour, and he didn't want to talk about his his issues. He wanted to check in to see how I was doing because he and I hadn't talked in a while. And again, that's who he is. Whether he's strapping on hotel t-shirts to get a laugh from me, whether he is guiding a young kid that is lost because he broke a bone and doesn't know how to react, whether he is fighting cancer with his family is his number one concern, checking in on his younger cousin who takes his word as gold. That's what he's doing. And last night he chose, the day before he went in for his first chemotherapy, him and his wife put on a great St. Benedict, St. Mary's Parish picnic. Because that's what they do. And that's the people they are, and that's why they have the support that they will have throughout this. So there isn't an even flow for this message, Curt, Mindy, anyone dealing with any hard times. The good news is the tears didn't come out for me, but know that they're there because I love you guys. And it's raw emotion, man. I love you like a brother. I'm not going to edit this, even though I break down a little bit, because people need to know that it's okay to be this way. It's okay to ponder thoughts about life and about the meaning and about God's greater will. And today, buddy, as you went in for numero uno treatment, you're at the top of my list. And your prayers will be through God until this is over. And just know that you have a lot of support, a lot of love, whether it's from Kansas City or whether it's from the comfort of your own house. Stay strong, buddy. Stay strong. Just like you did throughout anything in life that you've done to this point, whether it's parenting, whether it's marriage, whether it's sports, you name it. You've tackled everything. You've done it as 100% role model. And just enjoy the love, the courage, and the friends and family that are by your side. Whether you see us or not, we're there 24/7. Don't be afraid to call. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless everyone and anyone that's struggling with anything to this magnitude, because you're not alone. This is what Grace in Your Corner is about. Please spread this message. I'm going to post a picture and a link for Curt and his family because they are someone that truly deserve it. Help me out. Spread the message. Get them the love and the support that they need. Curt, Mindy, I love you. Keep being who you are. You've got this. I'm coming down on Thursday. I'm going to see you there. And I'll always be here for you, bud. Sorry for the emotion, but you had to hear it. Grace in Your Corner. Take care.